Hey guys, Brady here, and I saw Passengers. So I watched that. I saw that 2 days ago now. I saw a scary movie today, but we'll talk about that another time. So Passenger is a new horror movie. I think it came out the same day as Mandalorian and Grogu, which I haven't seen and don't really plan on seeing. It doesn't interest me. Star Wars is dead. And it killed it. Disney killed it. Um, but yeah, so I saw Passenger, and I thought it was a decent movie. It's not a good horror movie. It's not as good as Obsession or Hokum or hell, even Backrooms. Um, but I thought it was fine. I'm surprised not a lot of people saw it. Um, I watched people like Jeremy Johns on YouTube. I was expecting him to give a review on it, and he didn't do a review on it, which is fine, I guess. He doesn't. I guess he doesn't have to see everything, but I took it upon myself. I wanted to see the movie because I liked the trailer, and yeah, it's definitely a movie. Um, so the movie stars. Well, I don't know who the fucking people are in this movie. I know that the male lead in the movie is the villain from Bad Boys 3. Um, and it was bothering me the entire time. Like, why do I know this guy? This guy looks so fucking familiar. And then I looked him up after the movie. Like, oh, that's why he was in Bad Boys. Um, so the teaser of this movie is basically the opening scene to the movie. It's literally the first 5 minutes of the teaser. With some, I mean, you don't see everything in that teaser in the first 5 minutes of the movie. It's like the teaser like a minute and a half long. You see the setup of the scene at least, but you don't see the rest of it and stuff that happens in between the setup and whatnot. But it's practically you practically see the entire opening sequence in the teaser trailer. Um, just like snippets of it are like a more trimmed down version of the opening scene. Um, and then it cuts to the two leads in the movie. Um, what's their names? Fuck, I'm terrible with names in this movie, but cuts to our two leads. Um, I want to say the girl in the movie. I think her name was. I don't know. I'm not gonna even attempt to say the name because I don't remember. Um, but her and her boyfriend wanted to start uh, traveling around the country and whatnot, and just live in their vans and just travel. And so they go to like van meets and whatnot, and they and they meet people and whatnot. At one of the van meets, the boyfriend sees one of the people he watches on YouTube. He's like a famous YouTuber in this movie world, in the world universe of this movie at least. And yeah, and the girl sees this woman. So technically, the premise of this movie is that at nighttime, if you stop, there's this. It's either an entity or a killer. I want to say it's kind of an entity that kills you. And so, but as long as you don't stop your car, he doesn't get you. But like he'll like leave like three scratch like a scratch mark on your car, and I don't know why I did that on your car or vehicle, whatever it is, and he'll just pretty much follow you every night if you stop and try to kill you. And yeah, um this movie had an interesting premise, like a really cool premise that I wish they did more of. Like I wish they showed more of the killer fucking with the people on the road and making them crash their cars and whatnot, or killing them. You don't really get that in the movie. You get that in the beginning of the movie, and then you get that a little bit towards the end. Speaking of which, there's I saw this at a really old theater, a theater that's probably been around for as long as I've been alive, maybe a little older than that, and it's a pretty good theater usually. But for some odd reason, during Passenger, the movie kept skipping towards the end, and I didn't like that. At first, when it happened, I thought it was just a stylistic choice on the director's part for probably wanted to edit the movie together. But it kept happening, kept freezing. I'm like, what the fuck? This is a movie theater. Why is it skipping like I'm watching it at home? That was my little complaint. Um, but yeah, so I like the fact that in this movie they didn't make the boyfriend like a cliched horror movie boyfriend who, when his girlfriend brings up the fact that there's an entity following them and whatnot, he instantly believes her instead of just like, oh, you're being crazy or this or that, blah blah blah. I'm glad they did not do that cliche because honestly, it's kind of old at this point. And I'm glad that like he was with her through and through. There is a bit of an argument in the middle of the movie, but it's not because of the entity. It's about something else. But yeah, um, what's it called? The boyfriend and girlfriend in the movie, they just sell their house, and so forgot what job she had. She had a job, but like she quit it because I guess they had like enough money to do this van life thing and start uh their own channel and whatnot. But anyway, so they go from like city to city and like they it's pretty much like a road trip, but it's a horror movie road trip uh movie. It's like if I don't know, pick your road trip movie. It's that, but it's a horror movie. Um, they stop at diners, they stop at restaurants, but it's just in the setting of a horror movie. Um, there's this really cool the reason why I wanted to talk about this movie today because there's this really cool scene involving a projector. Um, and before you may be like, oh, the projector jump scare. Didn't they do that in it? Yes, they did, but how they did it in this movie is a little bit different. So, um, the scene in question is they're settling down for the night. This is and they he builds like this like he has like this like white tarp that he like ties between a tree and whatnot, two trees, and uses it as a screen. And they watch that classic romance movie Roman Holiday with Audrey. I think it's Audrey Hepburn and I don't know who the male lead is. But um, what's it called? They see like a face forming in the makeshift screen, and so that's kind of when the boyfriend believes. Well, he does believe her, but he actually does see the entity, whatever you want to call it, coming, and so he like takes the projector down or takes the screen down, and there's nothing there. Um, but this leads to the projector falling and all this shit. And so the girl picks up the projector and starts using it as like a flashlight of some sort, trying to find the killer. And you see the killer's face form on the male lead's face in the movie Roman Holiday. And I thought that was a pretty cool jump scare. Um, it was probably the only the only good jump scare in the movie. Um, I don't know, man. This movie, I wanted this movie to be really good. Um, the kills aren't that good in this movie, except for one where this lady gets her neck ripped apart. Like the killer like grabs her neck and like bends it all the way back and rips it off like that. I mean, the scene cuts before he rips that clean up, but you do see like her like neck just being separated. It was pretty gory. Um, Paramount this year has loved seeing people get their like faces ripped apart. In Primate, that kid gets his jaw ripped off, and now we get to see someone's neck get ripped off, or head ripped off, whatever you want to call it. But It's probably the goriest kill in the movie. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. There's really not much else to this movie. It's a 90-minute horror film that I wish did more with its cool premise, um, which is an entity that stalks you and fucks with you and tries to kill you at night. And the only way to get away from this killer is if you don't fucking stop your car. You could stop your car when it's like the morning time and you want to go get breakfast and lunch and all that in the afternoon, but nighttime you got to keep on fucking driving or else you're fucked by this thing. Uh, but like you don't see too much of that in this movie, and I think that was it's a little disappointing. Not gonna lie, I feel like it's a wasted premise. I feel like this could have been a way better movie than it was. And it's directed by the guy who Andre. I think his last name is Norwegian or something like that because it has the O, but there's like a slash through it. So I think that's Norwegian or something like that. I can't pronounce the last name. It's O something Orvdell or something like that. I don't know. He did Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, which I haven't seen, but I kind of want to see. And he did Last Voyage of the Demeter, which, for the most part, 85% of the movie is a good movie. Only thing I don't like is Corey Hawkins' character. What is a black man doing in 19th century Transylvania? He stuck out like a sore fucking thumb, and he was obviously there to check a fucking box. Just like how he's there to check a fucking box in Odyssey. I'm not seeing Odyssey, by the way. But this was an interest. This was it's interesting, but I mean the premise of the movie is interesting. It's, execution wise wasn't quite there. I feel like with a better script and better direction, it could have been or could have been a lot better. I guess, lack for a better term. I keep saying better, but what we got was just middle of the road horror film. It's not as good as Obsession or Hokum. I think Hokum is probably my favorite horror film of the year, followed by immediately with Obsession. Like Hokum is here and Obsession is like right there, like almost neck and neck. This didn't quite do it. I'm gonna give Passenger 3 stars out of 5. I really wanted to enjoy this movie. I like the trailers. Well, the not the teaser, but I like the official trailer we got. I feel like we didn't get some of the scenes that were in the official trailer. That's another thing with Scary Movie. There's clips of Art the Clown and some of the TV spots that you do not see in Scary Movie. I guess I'll touch upon that in another video though. So yeah, 3 stars out of 5 for Passenger. See it if you want. It was pretty much just me and 2 other people in the theater. Yeah, that's it.